Hello everybody, welcome back, or if it's first time here, welcome to my channel. So today I thought it would be fun to play with some of the new makeup that I've recently got my hands on. As we all know, the Sephora holiday savings event just passed, and I did pick up a couple more things that I did not feature in my haul, which was my previous video that I wanted to test out with you guys because I am very excited about these products. Needless to say, I'm playing with color today. And today's video is actually in partnership with Sephora Canada, which is so cool. All the products I'm going to be talking about today are going to be from Sephora, and I will link all of them down below for you guys to check out. And if you're not already part of the Beauty Insider program, I will put a link in the description box down below so that you guys can sign up. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy, and let's get right into it. First things first, you got to pin these bangs out of the way. Okay, let's begin. So I don't normally start off with my eyes, but because I'm going to be using so many fun and bright colors, I want to be sure that my base stays nice and clean, and sometimes there can be a little bit of fallout. So to avoid that, I'm just gonna start with the eyes today. So let's just talk about this palette. It's insane. This is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 4 Transcendence palette, and this is one of the most insane palettes that I've seen in a while. Look at these metallics. So this palette is interesting because there's a couple different finishes in here. There's velvet chromes, aqua chromes, pressed chrome flakes, and glass metallic. Look how crazy that is, guys. Oh my god. Like, what? This is incredible. I have never been so impressed with an eyeshadow. Like, this was one swatch, and do you see how this is spreading across my entire hand? Like, look at that intensity. Look at how opaque it is. I have no words. It's gonna be hard to choose. It really will be. Now, besides this palette, I did also pick up another palette that's a little bit more tame and neutral and a little bit more wearable, I guess you could say. It is the new Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. This, I was very much, how should I put this? Peer pressured by you guys to pick this up. I had asked you guys on Instagram what new products from Sephora you wanted to see me try out, and so many of you told me that you needed me to try this to let you know if it's worth it or not. And honestly, I wasn't even aware that Makeup by Mario came out with a new palette, so when I went to go check it out, I wasn't that excited about it when I first saw it. However, I gotta say, I do actually like this a lot more after actually seeing it in person. I really love all of the mattes in here. I think these are great basics, and the metallics are also super pretty. I haven't tried this on my eyes yet, but I have swatched it, and everything feels really nice. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna prime the lids, and I'm just gonna use concealer today. And I'm gonna go in with the new Milk Makeup Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. I picked this up during the holiday savings event, and I have been really liking it. I've been using this as like my everyday concealer over the last couple of days, and it's just been working beautifully. I really like how thin the texture is, but it gives really great coverage. So I'm just putting it all over the lid, and the shade that I use is 9N. And first things first, we are going to go in with the Makeup by Mario palette, and I am going to go in with this shade right at the top over here. It's like a light beigey color, and I'm going to just put this right above my crease, kind of hitting it right below my brow bone just to give a nice transition. This is a really nice transition shade. It's pretty neutral, leans slightly on the peachier side. Before I go any further, I just kind of want to have an idea of what I'm going to be using from the Danessa Myricks palette, because it'll give me a better idea of how I want to move forward with the base. And it's so hard to choose because all of these colors are just insane. Let's just swatch a couple just so we can have an idea of what they're all like. Awakening. This is blue, purple, stunning. Escapism, which is what I swatched previously. That color is just out of this world. Then we have Trippy. Wow. It's so cool how it translates on camera, because in person, I'm like, oh, it kind of looks similar to Escapism, but it reflects so pink on camera. But there's a lot of green and gold in there too. Okay, now we have Angels, which feels a little bit different compared to the other ones. This one is a little bit less opaque. It's still really pretty, but it has more of like a top coat feel. Ooh, then we have Zen. Zen is right over here, and I feel like this actually is so similar to Escapism, but it has a different shift to it. This has more of a golden shift. This one has more of a blue shift. So I swatched all of the ones at the bottom. Now let's swatch all the ones at the top. This blue. This is called Out of Body. Oh my god. Oh, stunning. 6 Sense. Divinity. Pretty. This one's more of like a soft gold color. We have Nirvana, which is like a copper with a greenish shift to it. And then we have Trance, ooh, which is like a royal purple with a blue shift. So today I'm actually gonna go with Zen. I really love this one. I love the green and gold shift. I think it's super cool. So we're gonna try that out on the eyes today. And I'm gonna go in with the matte brown from the palette. So I'm just gonna build this up in the crease and on the outer corner of the eye. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of the dark matte brown in the corner here and just press that on the outer corner of my eye. With almost every makeup look that I do, this is like the exact base that I do, whether I use a light shimmery shade on the lid or an insane duochrome green. I kind of like to go for the same thing. All these mattes are really, really blending so nicely together. I'm very into it. Okay, so now that I have this base down, I'm gonna go in with the green, and I'm very excited. So I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna go into Zen. And I'm just going to put this, oh my goodness, on, oh my god, it's just as intense on the lid as it is on the finger. I'm just putting it on like the first half of my lid, basically where I did not put the dark brown matte shade. I'm just really impressed with how this applied without any crazy base or without any setting spray. I literally just used my finger on top of concealer and I was able to get this amount of intensity. So that is what is impressing me the most right now. Okay, I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe and I'm going to wipe underneath my eyes to get rid of any fallout. There really wasn't that much fallout at all, which is surprising to me, but I just wanna get rid of anything that's there and also clean up the outer edge just to sharpen it up. I'm not gonna do any type of wing because again, I kind of want the lid to just speak for itself. So I'm creating the shape of a wing by cleaning off the outer corner to create that nice angle. So now that I have everything cleaned up, I'm actually gonna go in to the cream shade in the Mario palette, and on a small brush, I'm just going to press this on the inner corner of my eye just to brighten that up. And the last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this gold shade from the Mario palette. It's really nice because it's very, very sparkly, and I'm just gonna lightly press this right on the center of the lid. It's not gonna add much, honestly, because there's so much going on underneath it. But I just wanted to add kind of like a light highlight in the center of the lid, just to add that little extra bit of dimension. Not really that this eye look needs more dimension, but it's gonna make the eye glow. Do you see the difference? It's always those small details that you put on at the end that kind of bring it all together. I'm gonna apply mascara once I have my base down. So let's start the base. I'm going to use the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream, and I've been really liking this for underneath my makeup. I find it very, very hydrating, and it gives a nice pillowy feel to my skin. My skin has been really, 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 really dry lately because the weather has changed pretty drastically over the last couple of days. So my skin always likes to let me know by getting incredibly dry and textured. So instead of using a primer today, I'm just going to layer on this moisturizer. I'm also going to just apply a little bit of my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm just while I'm applying my makeup so that my lips can be nice and moisturized by the end of this. Bit of a side note, but it feels so good to be doing kind of like a old school makeup tutorial. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a really long time, and it just feels so nice. I'm really enjoying myself right now. I just wanted to put that out there. Now for my foundation, I have been able to get enough of the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I hauled this in my last video and I tried it out there, and I've used it a couple times since then, and I've been really enjoying this. It just lasts really well. It looks beautiful and natural, but still very skin-like. It's so, so good. Definitely worth the hype, at least for my skin. And I'm using the shade 160 Light Neutral. And what's really nice about this foundation is that you really just need one pump for your entire face. I'm gonna use this Bare Minerals foundation brush and just start by dotting the product all over. Little tip, when you're applying foundation with a brush, make sure that you're brushing the foundation downwards and not in circles or upwards, because especially if you do have texture on your skin or even peach fuzz, you're gonna end up lifting that texture and that peach fuzz up, and it's just going to accentuate it more. Sometimes I need to remind myself not to do that. Like I said, my skin is really textured right now, so I need to be really careful and just making sure my texture just kind of lays down nicely. So I'm making sure to just brush my foundation downwards. So now the foundation is on, I'm gonna go back into the Milk Future Fluid and we're going to conceal just underneath the eyes with this. I'm just putting it on the inner corner and right on the edge. I don't want to over conceal. I really don't need it because the foundation covered up so nicely. So I don't want to over apply product where it's just not necessary. If you want to keep more of a lightweight look, it's best just to kind of put product where you need it. And that's why I like using products that are really high in pigment, but are still very lightweight. So they don't look heavy and I don't need to use a lot of it to get the desired result. Kosas Cloud Set, what else is new? I'm just going to very lightly set underneath my eyes and on the center of the face. For my bronzer, I'm actually going to be going in with my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate in Intensity 1. I've been really liking this a lot lately and I've been using it a ton. I just find it gives such a pretty natural look to the cheeks and gives a lot of glow. And especially when I have more of an intense eye, I like to kind of offset the intensity with a really fresh looking base and almost like something that's ultra natural looking. So I don't want my base to look too overdone. So sticking with creams is a really nice way to do that because it kind of keeps everything looking really nice and fresh. So I'm putting it on my cheekbone, on my hairline. I feel like I don't need to put anything on my forehead anymore because of my bangs, but I'm still gonna do it. And also on my jawline. Like I don't want any harsh contour lines or anything like that. I want everything to look really nice and soft and blended on the face. So now for my blush, something else that I picked up from Sephora is this little Charlotte Tilbury duo. These are so freaking cute. I love anything that's mini. They're the Hollywood Beauty Light Wands, and this is the highlighter in Spotlight, and this is the high blush in Pinkasm. These are two of my favorite products from Charlotte Tilbury, and I love that they came out with this little mini duo, especially for travel, because fun fact, these count as liquid. So if you are traveling with a carry-on, you got to put a product like this in your liquid bag. And so it's nice to have a little mini travel size for those occasions. I'm going to use both of them today because why not? So I'm going to start off with Pinkasm, which is the blush shade. So I'm just going to put 2 dots on my cheeks. You don't need much with this product, and do make sure that you close it so it doesn't explode. I don't really want my cheeks to be too blushy, but a nice soft color is all I really need. So I'm blending it out and I'm just kind of bringing it towards the front of my cheeks too. Now going in with the highlighter in Spotlight and just putting that right on the tops of my cheekbones. And I'm also gonna put some on my nose, Cupid's bow, and above my brow. I really wanna look very glossy. And this is one of my favorite highlighters because it gives you such an intense glossy sheen, but it doesn't look sparkly or too manufactured. I do actually think I want a little bit more blush, like just a touch. So I think I'm actually going to use my Bare Minerals bronzer in Kiss of Copper because this is almost like a powder version of the Charlotte Tilbury High Blush. It's basically the exact same shade and it also gives a really beautiful glow. So this is a perfect product to layer on top of the Charlotte Tilbury product. So I'm just gonna take a very small amount and just kind of kiss my cheeks with this. I'm using an extra large, extra fluffy brush, so it's not too precise. So after I'm done applying all of the cheek products, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush, and with whatever is left over, I'm just kind of running it along the edges of everything, and this is just going to help really marry it into the skin so everything just meshes beautifully and it doesn't look like it's sitting on top of it. Oh, I just realized I did not blend my nose highlighter. Okay. I'm happy I remembered. For my brows, I'm actually going to keep them really simple. I'm just going to put a clear brow gel. This is my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I've been kind of inspired by the bleached brow look, not in bleaching my brows, but in just kind of keeping them looking a little bit lighter. I like it because it kind of softens the look of everything else. And so especially with more of like an intense eye like this, it's nice to kind of keep the brow looking really ethereal and just feathery. Before I go in with my mascara, I'm going to spray my face with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. And now I'm going to apply a ton of mascara to my upper lashes. I'm going to use my Benefit Roller Lash. So with a look like this, I never know what to do. Should I make it smoky on the lower lash line or should I keep it bare? I think there's something really pretty about keeping the lower lash line bare. It definitely keeps things slightly more wearable, but there's something so pretty about also having a smokier lower lash line. So I'm gonna see how things look after I apply the mascara and then we'll go from there. Okay, I actually love having nothing on the lower lash line because the skin is so fresh. I feel like it keeps the eyes looking fresh as well, even though there is, you know, a lot going on. I love it when my makeup has a little bit of something extra or different or fun or colorful, but I love grounding it and making it more wearable for day to day. And I love showing you guys that you can take a palette like this that's so intense and so fun and actually incorporate it into your day-to-day life. Like, this doesn't need to be a special occasions palette. You can do this exact look and just kind of switch out the metallic shade. And I feel like it stays wearable and stays kind of easy and just like not as intimidating. Okay, for the lips, I'm really feeling a cool tone nudie brown. I think that'll look really, really pretty with this look. And I'm gonna start off with this Rare Beauty lip liner in the shade Wise. This is like the perfect mid-tone nude brown. And then I'm just going to soften the line a little bit with my finger. Now I'm going to go in with this Kaja Love Swipe in Swipe Right. This is like a powdered lipstick, so it kind of has a soft matte finish. Oh yeah, this is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. This matches the lip liner really nicely too. And then I'm taking my finger and working it into the lip. Kind of gives you that like powdered lip look. It's so pretty. I was thinking of putting just a clear gloss on top. This is Tower 28 Chill. But I also really like the way it looks matte. Let's try it out with the gloss and then we'll decide. Glossy's really pretty too. Let me know in the comments what you guys prefer. I think I prefer the glossy. It just goes with the rest of the glossiness that's on the face. This is a perfect fall lip combo though. Putting that away for later. I think this is probably my favorite look that I've done this year. This eyeshadow was giving me so much life. I never want to take it off. I mean, I am completely in love with this palette. I think that this is such a must to have in a collection, especially if you do like these types of duochromatic intense shades. Like, this is such an amazing palette to play around with. I had so much fun creating this look. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And let me know all of your thoughts in the comments on any of the products that I used today. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy today's video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And once again, thank you so much to Sephora for partnering up with me on today's video. And I will see you guys in the next one.